Good evening, and welcome to One-on-One with OtunbaHOO. The last two episodes was pre-recorded, and I have not been feeling well. But don't translate it to be, oh, when he gets to, is it because he turned 71 March 3rd? Is that what is affecting this? No, 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 no. Very far from me. It's just like I've been extremely busy doing some other things, and all in the name of that everything should be okay. All shall be well with us. All shall be well with you, our viewers, our supporters, and on Heritage TV. As usual, my name is OtunbaHOO Osene. I'm your host on this program, One-on-One with OtunbaHOO. As usual, I come up with guests that will talk about issues that are related to you and I, to a community, to people who are in diaspora, and also for those seeming majority of people watching this program abroad, be it in Nigeria and different places all over the world. Now, I also have to quickly seek for indulgence. Please, you will have to forgive me because the cold hasn't gone away. I might on and off have to cough. That is just nature. It's not deliberate, and it's not being disrespectful. So bear with me and bear with us on Heritage TV. Tonight, my guest is one kind of a man. I had a clip sent to me on WhatsApp, and guess what? And that WhatsApp was this one man protester. He was like standing his ground at the headquarters of the UK immigration services somewhere in Croydon, and he insisted. He was like saying all what he believed in, all what he believed that should be done and how it should be done, and he wasn't even bothered that somebody could have come and get him and say you are not allowed to. But because of the beauty of a democracy in this part of the world is you are free to talk. As long as you talk within the ambit of the law, you're not just talking anyhow. So people will not see that he's just talking like somebody who needs some help. But here you are. This gentleman has broken the record because you hardly can find a one-man protest in this country, apart from the inmates, the people themselves. When I say the inmates, I remember right in front of the House of Commons for many years back during the time of the Iraq War, there was a man who sold his house, pitched his tent right in front of the House of Commons, and unfortunately, I think the guy died now.
Yeah, he died.
But he spent his last resources to make the
Justice.
point, to make sure that at least, and he was accordingly given, he appears virtually every other day on television. BBC will go there, ITV will go there, and so on and so forth until towards the end of the war. Now, we have a Nigerian who is also a citizen in this country who has done much in the area of human rights law. See him as a learned friend, and his name is lawyer Samson AKINOLA. I'm going to get him to introduce himself, but like I said, he's a human rights lawyer. He's done a lot for civil liberties. He has been part of the struggle that is this how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to be, and we are very grateful to him. So welcome to One-on-One with OtunbaHOO on Heritage TV, lawyer Samson AKINOLA. Can you tell us a little bit about your project or what you have been doing in law?
Okay, thank you very much, my viewers. I'm very happy to be here with our father, Otunba, and I thank the Heritage TV for giving me the privilege to be here today. I'm not taking with levity. Thank you very much. God bless you. Regarding your question, sir, there's a lot of things I put together before I did the protest at Luna House.
The one man, I call it one man.
Yeah, one man protest. And initially, I didn't meant it to be one man protest. Something happened. I have this thing in mind over 5 years ago.
Okay.
To do. So I called my learned colleagues that please let us go and do this thing to save the non-EU nationals on these exorbitant home office application fees, because we see the side effect on the non-EU nationals, especially married women. When it's getting to the time of to renew, some of them commit adultery.
Wow!
In order to get this money,
it's gotten to that. It's gotten to that.
It has got to that level, sir. Single ladies, they committed fornication.
Wow!
So, then another thing that troubled my mind a lot is, for example, now, let's say you want to get your leave to remain now. The per applicant is £993, okay, excluding the NHS fees, which is £500.
Yeah.
So altogether it's about 1,000 something, 1,004 something. Now, let's say now you and your spouse with 3 or 4 kids, children, which are underage. That's another clause, underage. Now multiply that 1,004 by 5.
That's almost about 6 grand.
No, that's a very good point. Now, making the application, there's no guarantee. Understand? So if this application refused, the family go depressed straight away.
I can imagine.
So I see all those things and it gave me concern. Say, how will I do this thing? But my people, they want to do, but they just feel reluctant. That look.
When you see the feel reluctant, is it because they are afraid? What are they afraid of that you are not afraid of?
I'm be honest with you. Maybe I think I sense they are a bit afraid, or I think I sense it. So I talk to the ordinary people as well, the people that they are really in that shoe. People, they understand my perspective, but for them to have the courage to go, I think they don't have it. And I have the courage. I want to go alone since then, but I thought they said if we go in bulk, it will be meaningful. But now, I didn't see anybody, and I'm disturbed because I know I can do it alone, but I just want people to go with me. So when I realized that people are not going with me, then I go that very day. And before I go that very day, I must be honest with you, I did my homework very well. I went through, I searched and searched and searched to understand that what I will do will not infringe the law as well. Because I got my human rights under universal order in ECHR, European Convention on Human Rights, Article 10, Article 9. But all those things is that they are not absolute right. They are conditional right. You can breach it. So I ensure that I did not breach it. But since when we did it, it was fantastic. So a lot of people subscribed to it within 2 weeks. Then the petition was out straight away. So within 2 weeks, we got over 40,000 signatures. Fantastic. But we need minimum 100,000 for the parliament to look into it. So now, where I got a real problem right now is about this is the 4th weeks now that the petition. So at the moment we are stuck in 45,000. So we are stuck.
And you still need about 55 more.
Yes, that is the minimum.
I think we will get it.
And there's a prescribed time. There's a deadline.
Oh, okay, okay.
Understand? So now, what we now engage on the Agent of Change team, we now subscribe. Okay, now we have exhausted all the social media to get the signature, which within 2 weeks we go over 40,000. Fantastic. So when we now decided, okay, well, let's go to street, church to mosque, and social functions to anywhere to get it. So we realized that a lot of people have not heard about it.
Okay.
Why? A lot of people have not heard about it. Okay, I discovered that here. Now, I discovered a lot of people have heard about the protest. So, and they have not heard about the petition. Okay? So a lot of people heard about the petition, but they haven't signed it.
Okay.
So, you see, those 3 areas, those are the areas we want to address now. And some people, they don't want to sign it because they're citizens already, they don't care. So those are the problems we have now.
Okay.
But we're going to address it to ensure that we get to 100,000 minimum. But over 20 million non-EU nationals are in this country. So I don't believe we're going to struggle to get 100,000 signatures. When I went for that rally, I thought within a week I'm going to cover 100,000. So because I had the mindset that I want 1 million minimum.
Okay.
But at the moment, it's very difficult for me to say I'm going to get
so
1
if
million.
you go beyond the 50-something thousand, yeah.
Yeah. So at 45, we are struggling now. So all what we are just doing now, how to get 100,000 minimum, so that the Parliament can look into it. It's a straightforward thing. It's very easy. As you said, this is where the government listens to you. But a lot of people, and I had a lot of people that are saying that, oh, let's leave them. It's their country. Anything they want to do, they can do. I said, no. You see, some people still have the mindset of Africa.
Yeah, isn't that typical of us?
Yes,
yeah,
it
but
is.
let me ask you, what's your benefit in all this?
Otunba, this is a very, very powerful question. See, my benefit in this is very, very massive. Initially, I started all these protests because I got passion. You know, there's a difference between passion and ambition. Ambition, I would have stopped this thing.
Yeah.
Because the way people address me, some people address me with myopic sense.
Okay.
But if I look into that, I will have ceased doing this thing. But because what I got passion for, I spent my money. I spent my time. At times, I suppose, because I do agency school, I lecture with agency, so I choose the time I want to work. Okay. At times they call me, but because I've programmed my mind, I want to go and do something, so I said no. So, but what my benefit in it, as you said, is the joy people get. That's what gave me joy. At the moment, I'm not happy with the Home Office thing now because we haven't got to 100,000. My joy will be until when that money comes down. That is when I will say, yeah, successful. At the moment, I'm still struggling. I look at it as a business. My business doesn't give money, but it gives me inner joy.
But the other thing an average person wants to ask is EU national. Yeah, we are, most of African countries are a member of the Commonwealth. Have you make efforts to take this fight through Commonwealth?
Yes, absolutely. You see, that is another vibrant question you ask. You see, I have that in mind. I'm doing my research about this Commonwealth. Okay. But now, the thing is, I don't want to lose the battle, the fight for Commonwealth, the upcoming one. It's an upcoming battle I want to do. But the success of this present one will give me the courage, the spirit to do the Commonwealth one. Number one, I have it in mind that after the success of this, I want to approach the Parliament that every active Commonwealth citizen that are still paying our homage to the Queen, I want to put embargo on our deportation. As soon as you have spent 10 years successfully in this country and you have family ties, you must not be deported.
So you want to fight I want to fight that 20 years time bar that you need to be here.
Yeah, that 20 years is
it used to be 14 years.
It's a draconian law. You see, that is the area I noticed that we, the black lawyer or something, those are the things we need to challenge. You see, the Parliament can make law. They have the right to make law. But we can challenge the law. Of course, you can oppose the law, but you can't ignore the law. Yeah. Understand? I can oppose any law. Like this one we're doing, the Home Office. I had some people that say, no, you can't let them do anything they want to do in their country. I said, no, we can oppose it. But you oppose it in a legal way. Yes, of course, yeah. I can fight anybody, but not physical. The word of my mouth has to be within the ambience of the law. Laws, regulations. Yes. And, you do everything legally, you get reasonable results. So as I was saying, sir, in that area, we need to address that area of which we will address that one after the Home Office money comes down. Then that one will come up
Okay, with some
But
other
it's
things.
still a pending issue which I will address.
Okay.
But that's why if I'm unable to address the issue of this home office fees, it will not give me the spirit to bring that one alive. Because we still going to sign a petition for that.
So once you are able to achieve the minimum signatures of 100,000, then that can now be forwarded to the House of Commons.
Yes.
And House of Commons by law.
Yeah, yeah.
By the rule also, they must have to look into that
definitely.
petition and discuss it. Yeah. And people like you and some other people can also be invited to contribute in the proceedings and so on.
Yes.
And that would, okay, all right. That's yeah. Well, let's use this opportunity to talk to, like you rightly said, when you're looking at average of 2-point-something million people, I mean immigrants in this that are from either Commonwealth or Francophone, and so, you know, what exactly is the problem? Why are we not signing it? Just could it be the information prepared to run this campaign is not powerful enough? But we can always go back to that later on. But I want to use this opportunity that the petition link will be sent out again and again. Please, if you have not done it, please go ahead and do it, because it's for your benefit. Like I asked my guest, I mean, his joy is to see that you don't pay out of from your hard earning whatever to get you know, what other national gets almost for nothing. I think the other nationals pay only was 65
£65. That's EU nationals.
EU
so
nationals.
That is the area. You see, that's why I told people, look, don't have this primitive thinking, myopic thinking they can do anything they want to do. No, this is not Africa where any government can do anything they want to do.
Whatever they like.
If you are not comfortable, let the authority knows. You understand? Because we did not let Parliament know that we are suffering and smiling regarding this money. Parliament will keep increasing. It's going up on the 6th of this April 2018 now.
Okay.
So now, we can't stop this present one, but we can stop the next year.
The next one, yeah, okay.
By having the correct signatures. Then, the money will come down. All what we are saying now is the money should have, you see, there's something we look at, there's legitimate aim. What the money is a legitimate aim. We can't fight it, say no. Because the government, the Parliament is aware of it. So, look at the EU national now. Their money meets the legitimate aim. Because legitimate aim plus proportionality mean reasonableness.
Yes.
So now, look at our whole now. 993 for leave to remain. If you want to get indefinite stay today, £2,297 per applicant.
Wow.
So now, is that reasonable? That's the question I put before the Parliament. Is that reasonable? So, is that reasonable?
And I agree with you, because judging, I mean, looking at the way the Parliament works here, you will see the more reasonable people there who will now look at you and say, well, this cannot be fair. And they are very fair. They are very good people when it comes to things like that. Now, let's move on to, I also noticed that you have been engaged in introducing what you call Nigerian Student Finance Loan. What's that? What does that mean?
Yeah, that's it.
What exactly do you have in mind?
Okay. What I have in mind is, for example, high school in the UK, my children that were born here, they all finished their university now, even doing their master now. So, if we have this student finance loan, there's a lot of crisis that is ongoing on in Nigeria.